Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and we just posted the iPhone Air unboxing video. I will link to that down below in case you missed it, but for now, it's time to check out the actual flagship phones, the iPhone 17 Pro Max. I made sure to get both the deep blue and the cosmic orange so you could take a look at both of them because they are very different colors. That orange is one of the most unique Apple's come out with. And don't worry, the iPhone 17 unboxing is coming soon. Be sure to subscribe, a lot more content coming soon. I appreciate the support. Anyways, we're going to take a quick look what comes in the box of these two and compare the colors, compare the differences, and just get a full hands-on with the latest flagship from Apple. Let's get started. As you can tell, the boxes are color-coded depending on the color phone that you get. Orange and blue. Let's see what we get in the box. Opening the box. Wow, that is a cosmic orange. It's actually different than I was expecting it to look. It's obviously the two-tone with the rectangle here. With the aluminum sides, they're not glossy whatsoever. I kind of like it, actually. It's very different. Setting that to the side, you do get a USB Type-C to USB Type-C braided cable for charging plus. And finally, just a little booklet, quick start guide. Same exact stuff in the deep blue box, but side by side, here they are real quick. Let's peel this off. Very nice. We'll turn it on as well, but wanted to just give a quick side by side right away. And let me know, drop a comment if you like the cosmic orange or the deep blue better. Before we set everything up, let's take a close look at this hardware. Down at the bottom, you've got a speaker, microphones, USB Type-C port. Along the right side, you've got your camera control button and power button. And make note, there is a camera bump on both sides. I will say on the orange model, that camera control button's a little more prominent just with the color contrast. Up at the top are a couple bars, which is very new. This is the 5G antenna, so hopefully 5G reception is just a little bit better because of the location. And along the left side, exact same quick shortcut button, volume rockers, and that's about it. On the back is where things really start to get different because the two-tone on the orange is way more prominent than the two-tone on the deep blue. It makes it stand out a lot more, and here is the plateau, which is what Apple is calling it. Basically just a raised bar up at the top for the camera modules, and the lenses do stick out a little bit more than the plateau. This is also a new camera system where you have a 48 megapixel camera across all of the lenses, main, telephoto, ultra wide, and that telephoto lens can now zoom up to 8 times optically. We'll test that out in just a second. Also, I'd like to point out Apple went with aluminum instead of titanium this time around like they did last year, but they also added a new vapor chamber cooling system that works with the aluminum to dissipate heat, so the sustained workloads will last longer at higher power levels. And of course, you're going to want to protect your brand new gorgeous iPhone 17, so big thanks to our sponsor, Rockform. Look no further for a case. Rockform has you covered across the entire iPhone 17 lineup. What makes these cases so special are the MagMax magnets, which are very strong and work great with your MagSafe accessories. You get 2 to 3 times the magnetic force compared to standard cases. There's even an added lower magnet for extra security. The cases include an optional center magnet for added hold. I will definitely use this on a golf cart next time I'm playing. Neither case feels very bulky, but still offers certified military-grade toughness for complete protection. I do like how you can still see the color iPhone you get with the crystal case. This case is made from premium TPU, giving you durability and sleekness. The rugged case has a really nice cushion on the inside to keep your iPhone protected in case of drops. Even with all that protection, its footprint still isn't that large, and your phone is very manageable to hold. The center of the cases have the Rock Lock mounting system for added accessories without adding too much bulk to the back of your phone. Their Sport Ring is a perfect example of this with added support for holding the phone and a kickstand. It's really nice having an ecosystem of attachments you can use. Rockform also has wireless power banks with a built-in stand. This locks onto the phone and has a very premium feel to it. Of course, very strong magnets. I highly recommend these Rockform cases and accessories. Be sure to check them out. I will link to everything down below. I'm gonna run through the startup process, talk about anything that's noteworthy. As usual, quick Face ID setup with a bunch of lights around me, and there we go. Once I'm in frame, just rotate, and that should be it. First face scan complete. You can use it with or without a mask. You're gonna have to set it up again if you'd like to use it with a mask. Okay, there we go. Found the right spot, and that's it. Super easy. You can set up Apple Intelligence and summarize notifications depending on the category of the application. Apple Intelligence tries to identify the more priority notifications. You can turn that on. And camera control, off by default, but you can light press to adjust zoom, exposure, and more. You have to toggle that on. 17 Pro Max has a beautiful 6.9-inch display at a 2868 by 1320 resolution. It is also 120 hertz refresh rate, so all motion looks incredibly smooth. This display looks fantastic, and there's some extra improvements this time around compared to the previous model. With the 16 on the left, 17 on the right, the 17 Pro has 33% better anti-reflection. So we are gonna notice that right away. Just look at how much brighter that light looks. It might not look like it on camera, but to my eye, I can definitely see a difference. It's just brighter on the 16 as opposed to the 17. The reflection isn't quite as strong. This is great news, especially when you're outside. So again, this display is just getting better and better. Let's open up the camera app for the first time and just snap a few quick pictures. Shutter speed's very fast. You've got your 0.5x lens. Now get this, you can go to 2x, you can go to 4 times, and this is optical zoom, and you can go all the way up to 8 times optical zoom. I'm really excited to test this out. Great feature, and if you really want to, you can zoom all the way up to 40 times. In case you're wondering about video, you can shoot 4K 120 frames per second. Very handy. This is just in the video setting, and you can do that 120 frames in 2x, all the way up to 3x. And just to confirm, 4K 60 does go all the way up to that 8 times zoom, all the way up to 24 times zoom. A brand new feature in video is dual capture. So press that menu when you are in video settings and go to dual capture, and you can record using the back and front facing cameras up to 4K 30 frames per second. So it's recording dual 4K videos with that back camera and with this front camera. And I believe you can move yourself around. Also, real quick, watching this back, I want to see if this moves. It does. Cool. So you can put yourself wherever you want to in that video. Just for a quick test, in very good lighting, I took 2 8x shots on the 16 Pro Max and the 17. Again, this is in very good lighting, so keep that in mind. Just notice, especially with these leaves, how it's more muddled and a little bit more blurry than it will be on this optical zoom. Even the bar itself is just kind of fuzzy, a lot more clear in general. So it is noticeable, and again, this is in good lighting, so even if the lighting conditions weren't perfect, expect better zoom on the 17. And while we have it side by side, the 16 Pro Max and the 17 Pro Max, I want to point out it's noticeably a little bit more round when I'm holding it. It's more comfortable. It doesn't quite dig in as much. Not that the 16 does, but the edges are definitely a little bit more round on the 17 Pro. Real quick, let's test out the face unlock. It's really fast and snappy as expected. Watch the padlock as I tap the screen basically right away. And speaking of that front-facing camera, it got a very big update. So normally, when you go to take a selfie and you maybe have a lot of people in the shot, you're going to say, okay, I'm gonna hold this horizontally and snap a quick picture. Instead of having to do that now, the sensor of the front-facing camera is square. So you can actually hold it vertically, but still get a horizontal shot. So if I snap a couple of these and then one like this horizontally, watch this. If I go to look at the picture, obviously not a great picture of me, but if I swipe over, this was holding it vertically, this was holding it horizontally. The exact same outcome in terms of framing, etc. So this is, in my opinion, a really nice upgrade to the front-facing camera. You don't even have to move your phone. You don't have to angle it differently. You can just hold it, open the camera app, pop that, and you can get every single person in the shot. And some of you asked for the iPhone Air MagSafe battery pack test on the Max, just for fun. It won't line up with, oh, it does charge there, but it's not lined up with the magnets, so it kind of is, actually. So it kind of works. I would not recommend it. You'll see it's sticking out. It's really not a strong connection because it's not fully there. If you wanted to fully connect it, you kind of have to have it like that. So no, it's not really. Yes, it will obviously wirelessly charge it via Qi, but it's not going to really stay on and work as intended. And just for fun, here's Apple's thinnest phone in the new lineup, the iPhone Air, side by side with our iPhone 17 Pro Max. It is actually really crazy. I'll post my unboxing down below for further impressions, but just check out how much thinner that phone actually is. It really is crazy, and it's obviously much lighter.